Right, this is a little video to show you how to do the classwork for night 7 that I never got to go over within the class. So problem number 1, we have an order of operations problem. We have the numerator to do. So the first thing that we're going to do in the numerator is the parentheses here, 3 minus 1, which is 2. And then that says 2 squared, which means this is 2 squared, which is equal to 2 times 2. And that is equal to 4. And so now we have the problem of 2 times 4, and then we'll copy the rest of it, divided by 4, and then plus 2. And then the next thing that we need to do is we need to do the multiplication here, because multiplication comes before addition, left to right order. So we have 2 times 4, which is 8, and then 8 divided by 4, which is 2, and then we have plus 2. So we finally get down to this whole thing being 2 plus 2 in the numerator. Now in the denominator we have, I'm going to change colors. In the denominator we have the opposite of 5 squared. So this says the opposite of 5 times 5. And so what we have is 5 times 5, which is a negative 25. And then we have plus, and then 5 divided by 2, and 50 divided by 2, which is 25. And then we have negative 25 plus 25. When we add to a number and its opposite, we always get 0. That's the 0 property. So our final problem boils down to 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 0. And division by 0 is, of course, undefined. Now, the thing that I need to make sure that you understand is when I give you a problem like this, that you do have to complete the entire problem regardless of what the numerator or denominator answer are. Because if the denominator is 0, obviously no matter what the numerator is, it's going to be undefined. And if the numerator is 0, no matter what the denominator is, it would be 0. But I give you these problems not just to see this end result of defined or undefined or 0. I actually give you the problem to see if you knew all of our order of operations problems. So it is very, very important that I see all of the work that I've just shown you. All right, moving on to problem number 2. The problem number 2 says the product of 5 and the difference of a number and 2. And we want to translate this. So the product of something and something. So 5 and then it says the difference of. So here's a circle and here's a circle. That means parentheses. So product means multiply. So 5 and then parentheses because the two circles on each other. And this of needs this and over here, and we're taking the difference of those two numbers right there. And so difference means subtraction, comes in the order. We were instructed that the number was to be equal to x and then subtract 2. So there's our translated problem. Now the second half of this problem was to evaluate it. So this says 5, and then I'm going to upgrade to brackets and then parentheses for my value, and I'm going to put negative 5 in that value, minus 2, and then I'm going to end my parentheses. So order of operations says inside these parentheses, so this says negative 5 plus a negative 2, and of course those are two negative numbers, so I'm going to be adding 5 plus 2, and when I'm all done with that, that's going to be a negative, so that's going to say 5 times a negative 7, and 5 times a negative 7, which is going to give me a negative 35. So there's two answers in this problem, the negative 35, which is the value when x equals negative 5, and 5 times x minus 2, which is the value or the translation. Okay, on to problem number 3. I'm probably not going to get to finish this problem because I'm almost out of time, so we'll continue in the next one. So we're given the equation y equals 2/3 x plus or minus 5, and we need to find the slope is the first thing we're asked. So the slope is the numeric coefficient of x. So we're simply going to write 2/3. Do not write 2/3 x, that is incorrect. It is the number only. Then the next thing we're asked for is the y-intercept as an ordered pair. And of course the y-intercept is the constant when x is equal to 0. So as an ordered pair, x is equal to 0, and then the y